It's coming.
I'm not afraid.
Into your video store.
Yes. Yes.
Into your home.
That's right. Scream.
The horror continues.
It's come back.
4 more of the most terrifying horror classics ever produced are now available on home video.
Who is this Nightmare?
The Universal Horror Classics Collection. A Climax starring Boris Karloff. Curse of the Undead starring Eric Fleming. The Mystery of Edwin Drood starring Claude Rains. And The Strange Door starring Charles Lawton and Boris Karloff.
I understand.
Spine-tingling additions to your video collection.
You're trembling, shaking. Your nerves have gone to pieces.
Freshly exhumed from the film vaults of Universal Studios.
I'm afraid.
Where classic horror began. The Universal Horror Classics Collection. Now available. And look for these horror classics. Black Friday. Night Monster. Murders in the Zoo. And The Black Castle. Plus these collectible horror films. The Universal Studios Monsters Classic Collection. The Hammer Horror Collection. And the Thriller series hosted by Boris Karloff.
Whew. Now that's what I call horror right there. And don't worry, I'm screen recording on this one so that way you guys will see it. So anyway, what I was watching just now were some other horror movies that I have not watched. Let's see. The Strange Door I have never saw. The Secrets of Edwin Drood. But Curse of the Undead I've seen, but not Climax. I have not seen that one yet. But Curse of the Undead is a horror movie. It's a Western horror movie featuring Eric Fleming. And this one is a vampire movie. It's like a weird vampire movie, but in a good way. I mean, it claims to be the first Western vampire movie to ever be released in Universal Horror Classics Collection. And the other ones feature Black Friday, Murders of the Zoo, The Black Castle, and Night Monster. Some of these features legendary actor Bela Lugosi as Count Dracula and Boris Karloff as Frankenstein, and all other films he starred in, including my specialty, the Hammer Horror Collection. Yes, I love the Hammer Horror Collection because this features Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and all other actors and actresses that did in many films. Like it shows the Universal Studios Monsters Classic Collection, The Black Cat, The Bride of Frankenstein, and all other monsters. The Hammer Horror Collection is my kind of thing. I love The Phantom of the Opera, Kiss of the Vampire, but I have not seen Paranoiac and Nightmare. I haven't seen those, but I have seen The Curse of the Werewolf, The Evil of Frankenstein, and The Brides of Dracula. I've seen them all, but except Paranoiac and Nightmare. I have not seen those. Those are the other two Hammer films that I have not seen yet. I'm going to watch those. And look, the Thriller hosted by Boris Karloff. That's the reason why I'm showing you. So yeah. The reason I love scary movies because I love watching them. It's like you're watching scary stuff. That's what you're watching. Hold on. Okay. And the reason is that, oh, and you like my new room in the background? I know. Me and my family had to move to a new house because I used to live in the old house, but now I live in the new house. But hey, pretty fun. And also today I've been busy at work at Taco Bell. We're releasing brand new food items for the summer. And I'm participating in Special Olympics with Bakersfield Arc. And most importantly, I'm going on an outing today. We're going to go see Karate Kid Legends on during this Tuesday because I love watching the Tuesday stuff. You never go wrong with Taco Tuesday. You never go wrong with Taco Tuesday. But the reason why I love watching those movies is because I love watching movies that are coming out, the newer ones. But if it's horror stuff, then yes. I'm going to watch 28 Years Later when it comes out. And the other one I'm going to watch is Ballerina, which is the John Wick series. And the other one is How to Train Your Dragon, the remake. Oh, it's my mom, guys. Cool. Hello? Sorry, guys, that was my mom calling. Didn't want to... my mom's getting her closet all painted up. My mom's getting her closet paint. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. That's the reason why I love watching other movies that are coming out this year, because I love watching them. They're pretty fun to watch, because I love watching them. And the most important part that I love about is that you know that during my summer is that you gotta watch out for mosquitoes, man, because you gotta watch out for those things. So now it's time to resume. Up next is Vestron Video, where Vestron did the Butcher's Dozen collection series, where it talks about all the classic horror movie stuff that you'll love. First, let's try this thing out. And the most important part that I love about is that I'm really showing you guys for reals. I'm really showing you for reals because I have something playing that you're not seeing it, but you'll see it from what I'm streaming. I'm using ScreenPal. So that way you guys can watch the footage and see me when I upload it onto this one. And just to remind you, this is avoid copyrights. This is avoid copyright claims, so I have the volume low. That's it. So it'll be Full Moon Pictures, Hammer Film, and then Warner Bros. Well, Warner Brothers. So, time to resume.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the butcher's shop, the butcher is back. It's the Butcher's Dozen 2. He's chopped the prices on 13 of Vestron's top choice Halloween horror classics, all now available for a lean $19.98 each. This includes meaty titles like The Unholy. Ben Cross, Hal Holbrook, Ned Beatty, and Trevor Howard star in a supernatural thriller of demonic proportions. The Unholy. You haven't got a prayer. Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn. You'll stay up all night.
Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. Man, I love when Bruce Campbell is in this part because Bruce Campbell is one of my best horror actors of all time. Because I love this guy. Because this guy is really funny. Like, he does amazing as Ash Williams. But did you know, like, during the time when they were using the fake shim thing? So, time to resume.
With the ghastly special effects and witty slapstick humor that'll scare you silly in this horrific classic. The Gate. Sensational special effects combined with chilling suspense make for a hellish adventure.
We got demons.
They have opened the gate. Pray it's not too late. Some people would kill for a bargain. And at the Park Plaza Mall, they do. Paul Bartel, Mary Warnock, Russell Todd, Barbara Crampton, and Tony O'Dell in Chopping Mall. Beware the woods. Angela Lansbury weaves frightening tales of witches and wolves that become all too true in the company of wolves. Watch out, bad guys. The Toxic Avenger is on a righteous rampage, seeking truth.
You see, this right here is what you guys don't know, is that one of the horror movies of all times is Troma Film. This one right here is called The Toxic Avenger. It's one of Troma Films' best ever amazing movies. Because this talks about a story about a janitor named Melvin who gets messed with and picked on. But then, one day, something terrible happened. Little Melvin was falling for a horrible prank that went wrong, and he accidentally fell from the buildings and landed in a vat of toxic waste. And then it mutated his body, but then all of a sudden, Melvin was going through a monstrous transformation, and that turned him into the Toxic Avenger. And that's why Troma Films became popular. That's when they did Monster in the Closet. And all other Troma films they did. Because they did all those films, because this one, The Toxic Avenger, is the best of the best of Troma films. I've seen Troma films, and they're really, really terrific. I'm also drinking my coffee. But check out my coffee mug. This here is Festus Hagen from Gunsmoke. Yeah, my dad and I love Gunsmoke. It stars James Arness as Matt Dillon, which is an old friend of John Wayne. Yeah.
Justice and the American Way, even if he has to beat it out of you. Available in both R-rated and completely uncensored unrated versions. I'm not just another pretty face. Blood-sucking freaks. Is it farce or hardcore? Barrels of laughs or buckets of blood? One thing's for sure. It's one of the most popular horror cult films of all time. Don't miss it. Crawl Space. Klaus Kinski stars in this gruesome thriller as a crazed maniac obsessed with trapping young women and slowly torturing them to death. A strange and powerful potion causes animals to grow to monstrous size and crave human flesh in H.G. Wells' classic, The Food of the Gods. Dr. Fives rises again.
Sorry.
Horror master Vincent
Goosebumps.
Price is Dr. Fives, a madman possessed by his search for the elixir.
The horror of all horror acting, Vincent Price. You know, no one could ever tell the difference about Vincent Price. He's quite pretty amazing. For those of you who know him for his role as Vincent Van Gogh in The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Because it's one of Vincent Price's most famous roles he ever starred in. And not to mention, he also starred in Vincent from Tim Burton's directorial debut before he made Batman, Edward Scissorhands, and The Nightmare Before Christmas, and all other films he made. So Vincent Price became one of the most famous, most amazing horror movie actors of all